What does that tell us about the love of a father and how it needs to come? Write this down. Every son needs acceptance without performance. And that's under the heading of, I love you, son. What does it look like? It means acceptance without performance. We're going to get to the family model in just a second. The second thing that I want you to see, and what every son/man needs to hear, after I love you, son, is I am proud of you, son. In Matthew chapter 17, verse 5, Jesus now has done a lot of things. We've gone from having done nothing and experiencing the love of a father to having done many things that Jesus was called to do on earth, healing people, feeding the 5,000. And then we see this second moment in the New Testament where God says, actually the Bible and then God, Matthew 17:5, while he was still speaking, a cloud enveloped them, and a voice from the cloud said, let's read it together, this is my son whom I love. With him I am well pleased. Listen to him. Okay? Now, Jesus has done many things. In Matthew 3, we see, in whom I am well pleased. Hasn't done a thing. Now, after having done so, the key phrase in the passage is, this is my son whom I love. With him I am well pleased. It's a picture of tracking. It's a picture of watching. It's a picture of assessing. And it's a picture of coming to a conclusion. You ever said that? You know what? To your son or daughter, hey, I like what you're doing. Translation, with you I'm well pleased. You ever seen your kid do something good out there and then validated that? Hey, with you, I'm well pleased. I like what you did. I like what you're doing. I like your thing. So important. But it's a picture of God seeing what's going on with his son and then validating what's going on. Because if someone doesn't validate a man, now again, did Jesus need God's validation? No. He had it in spades. But God is modeling this for us. He's going, you know what? I'm watching what you're doing, son, and I'm seeing what you're doing. With you, I am well pleased. And this is the second thing every son needs. It's, I love you, son, and I'm proud of you, son. Why? Because every son, write this down, needs affirmation of progression. You need affirmation of progression. After you get unconditional acceptance, what you need as a man is affirmation of progression from a respected outside source. You need to know, hey, am I doing all right here? Am I doing okay? Is what I'm doing make sense? Now, I have been the father of many outside my own family because I minister to men. You know how I treat them? Like boys who need validation. I don't care if you're 13 or you're 93. Every man needs validation from a respected outside source, or he'll go get it in the cheap way, in the stupid way, in the unhealthy way. And this is not just a tip for your spiritual life and for what you need, but it's a tip for fathering and a tip for reaching men.
To see more, or get answers to other questions you have, check out our Media Vault at everymanministries.com.